It's Maturation Mondays. I know you're excited because I am too. Today's topic is nature's voice. Today's quote is, "Nature has power of healing those wounds which cannot be healed by a doctor." That quote was written by Ashe Gangwal. So if you look closely behind me, you'll see a beehive. I like to say that I spent a lot of time in my past life and even up in these couple of months in my car and inside of buildings and places that I never really got to see the beauty of nature. And so yesterday I was observing nature and all of its fine qualities. I walk into this beehive and I'm stung in my forehead by a bee. Immediately after my sting, I wasn't in an immense amount of pain, but for some reason I didn't feel emotional enough to cry. I actually laughed a little bit, but it was very harmful. And so what was brought to me was this plant. It's called a plantain, different from the banana plantain. And it was chewed up and placed on my forehead to avoid swelling. Hey guys, and it worked. So without further ado, I'm gonna let her introduce herself. Here she is. All right, so go ahead and introduce yourself to our Joy Blazers.
Hi Joy Blazers, my name is Stacy Fluker, also known as Mama Onile to my community. And Onile means spirit of the earth, so it's funny, you know, today's topic.
Wow, spirit of the earth. Definitely guided me spiritually, I'll say. So I have a question for you. What kind of advice would you have for someone who has never heard nature's voice?
That's an interesting question because I do believe that everybody hears nature's voice, but I think that we just aren't fine-tuned to it because of all of the outside activity that we deal with, you know, TV, news, radio, and so we tend to lose that contact. You know, I feel like it's one thing important is to just breathe. That's the first thing. Like when you wake up in the morning, throughout the whole day, but when you first wake up in the morning, to just breathe and sync your breath with your intentions for today.
Wow.
And then if you can, come outside, you know, and then just sit still. I think a lot of us tend to forget that our connection to nature is primordial.
Okay.
You know, our connection to nature is it's so natural, but we've made it such an unnatural connection because of all these technological tools that we need, but we've gotten to the point where we feel like we're nothing without them. You know, so just to reboot, reset through breath, stepping outside, you know, reconnecting to that nature's voice, and then you'll hear it in the wind. You'll hear the voice, you know, when you look at other animals, other insects, other beings. You know, when you look, if you just look and see the ants and just watch them for a little while, they can teach us a lot about, you know, how to live. I mean, like I hear this airplane right now. Nature was the one that taught whomever, some say the Wright brothers, some say other people, but whomever, that we could fly by looking at birds.
That's right.
You know, boats. We looked at, you know, insects who use their feet to paddle, or ducks to paddle, you know, and that's how we created boats.
Okay.
Velcro, you know, when you walk through birds and you see birds that stick to our clothes, somebody devised, oh, I can use that to create Velcro. So a lot of the things that we use come from nature.
Okay. So would you say you're a firm believer in the idea that interactions with animals and species on the earth have meaning?
Definitely.
Okay.
Definitely. I'm a proponent to believe that we have our ethereal guides, we have our comrades in the animals that we see, the insects, and then we have our guides in our human selves.
So I just want to personally thank you for saving my life with this
With
here
the plant.
Yes, with this here plant. I mean, it just gave me enough time to soak up the information that you were saying about the spiritual meaning behind it. I couldn't even focus on the pain because I wanted to know so bad what it meant.
What was happening?
You know what I mean? And so I was able to look it up, and I'm going to share with you guys some of the information that I found. encouraging you to go and listen to nature's voice and leave a comment or two to let us know what you hear. If you interact with an animal, I want you to look it up to see what meaning it has, and give us a holler back so we can keep this conversation going. 'Cause I think this is necessary.
It really is.
It's necessary. It's interesting, and it's real. I mean, there are literally healing powers right in our nature, and we're paying doctors millions of dollars for pharmaceutical medicine. There is no swelling, there is no pain after this. This is serious. This is a plant.
Chew it up.
Guys, seriously. And if you want to reach Stacy, how can they reach you if they wanted to reach you?
You can visit ThaiYogaAlabama.com, THAI YogaAlabama.com.
All right, and we're gonna say thank you to the bees also. Thank you for what you're giving me. Appreciate you, and all the things you give us. Period on this earth. Thank you for your resourcefulness.
Thank you.
And thank you, Joy Blazers. Have a wonderful evening.
Thank you.